Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y Wi-Fi battle. And today I'm bringing you guys a battle against my friend Matthew, or Roxas as he's known in game, as he's known in game. But yeah, Matthew is actually a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. So we both have X and Y. We're like, we're gonna have a battle. And this is actually the first ever Wi-Fi battle I had on Pokemon X and Y. So that's why my team is kind of garbage. Has some good stuff, has some pretty bad stuff that I haven't used since. But I really just wanted to test stuff out. And he wanted to test them out. So this is like the first battle ever that I had. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Go over the teams real quick. I have a defensive Chestnut, usual Aegislash, special defensive Florges, who's been like the permanent team fixture since like my first upload. I mean, it's like even in this battle, it's still a permanent fixture. Delphox and Greninja, I was just bringing random stuff I wanted to test out. And so is he. So I can't really go into too much depth. I don't even remember the battle that greatly. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So let's get into this thing. Alright, so I'm gonna lead off with my Croaker, my Greninja, as Matthew is gonna lead off with his Scizor. And yeah, Scizor is a problem, so I decided I'm just gonna go for a U-turn and just get some damage off. As I now switch out into, I believe, my Delphox, because I figured that was the best switch. No, I got into my Aegislash. So yeah, I really have a foggy memory of this battle. It was so long ago. But he goes for an X-Scissor. I kind of just needed something to take a hit, I suppose. So I knew that my Aegislash was the Pokemon for that. Go for a Swords Dance and get myself up to +2. As I believe he goes for the Night Slash here. It doesn't quite take me out. But as you're going to see, this is when I was like just learning about Aegislash. I hadn't like perfect knowledge of it. So I was still sort of struggling to like get into the mind games and stuff. But I do catch him here with the King Shield. And reduce his attack to -2. And I am able to go now for a Shadow Sneak and get some damage off, I think. Or do I go for... Yeah, I go for Shadow Sneak. I probably could have went for Iron Head. Because, well, I think Shadow Sneak will do more because, yeah, it's not a resisted hit. So, I do a hell of a lot. But unfortunately, it is not enough, and he's able to take me out with a Night Slash. So again, misuse of Aegislash. I know people will complain at me for that because Aegislash is like a really good Pokemon. But it was my first battle, so, I mean, cut me some slack, I guess. Alright, so he goes... Well, I got into my Delphox, go for a Side Shock, knowing I can take it out from that range of HP, and just kill off his Scizor. So that was good for me, I guess. And then now goes out into his Clawster, and I believe this is like a really big threat to my team, so I have to go out into my Florges. Hopefully I do that. Yeah, I do. Good. And just use that thing to sponge up a hit, as he goes for a Dark Pulse, which is not very effective, and it does absolutely nothing, because you know Florges is Florges. So he switches out now from his Clawster, and he goes out into, or is that, I think that's how you pronounce it, he goes out into his Charizard, as I believe I go for the Moonblast, and he actually has a shiny Charizard, which is awesome. So I go for the Moonblast, and that does reasonably bad damage. I was trying to pass it off as good, but it was really bad. So I had to go into my Littlefoot, which is my specially EV trained Aurorus. Well, I couldn't think of its name. It's an Aurorus. And he goes for Flamethrower, doesn't do that much. He does Mega Evolve now into Mega Charizard. And we get to see what Mega Charizard Y looks like shiny. It looks freaking amazing. But he does Mega Evolve, and I believe he goes for another Flamethrower. And luckily for me, or he goes for Solar Beam. Yeah, that caught me off guard because I was like, wow, Solar Beam. But it makes sense because it is a, it does have Drought, so I mean it's going to be able to hit all its Solar Beams. And that Solar Beam does in fact knock me out, which was awful. For obvious reasons, because, you know, it's taking out a Pokemon and stuff. But go out now into my Delphox. He goes for an Air Slash. I believe this is like a hell of a lot. And luckily for me, he does get the flinch. So unluckily for me, he gets the flinch. And I am forced to switch out. So yeah, I'm just getting absolutely demolished here, as you can see. And I go out now into my Florges just to take a hit. So yeah, the first Wi-Fi battle obviously didn't go too well for me, as you guys can see. But just have to eat up a Solar Beam, which I do. And he goes for Flamethrower, which I also have to take as well. And I do take it pretty well as I go for a Wish. And this was pretty much just to stall out his Drought, because it does have 5 turns in this generation. So I didn't have Protect at the time, so it was just a waste of a turn going for a Wish. Again, just to stall out the turns. So, I mean, yeah, I'm getting absolutely demolished here, and it was just a pretty much all-around bad battle for me. So I have to go out into my Greninja and go for a Surf, and it is enough to knock this, or no it isn't, it's almost enough to knock it out, But luckily for me, his drought has worn off, so he went for Solar Beam. But he doesn't get to hit it, because he has to store up all his powers. So, yeah, that's great, and I can take him out with the Surf. But I was, yeah, just looking at this back, this is just me getting outplayed and destroyed really easily. Goes out now into Closter, as I am forced to switch, and I go out into my Delphox as death fodder, basically, because I don't have anything else I can do. He goes for an Aura Sphere, and obviously that would have been super effective damage. So it does a hell of a lot, and gets a critical hit. Actually, it would have been super effective on Greninja, but yeah, I go out into my Conquer, and I just die to a critical hit on my Delphox. Don't know if it mattered or not, but goes for the Ice Beam here. I think I just about live, and I am able to go for a Seed Bomb, which I believe knocks this thing out, or brings it to the range where I can take it out. Yeah, it takes it out with the Seed Bomb. And I'm down to my, like, Greninja and my, my Chestnut. He goes out now into his own Chestnut, which I know I cannot kill. Goes for the Spiky Shield, as I believe I just go for the Seed Bomb again, because I've, like, or, yeah, I have no other move. I have Seed Bomb and Shadow Claw, because it's like a defensive Chestnut. He goes for the Aerial Ace, which, like, totally catches me off guard, and knocks me out. And it does KO my Chestnut, so it's not bad at all. As it now going into my Greninja, I believe I do go for the Ice Beam. I do a lot, but unfortunately for me, it's not enough, as he's able to live with a decent amount of HP, go for a Seed Bomb, and just KO me. So, yeah, that was a pretty bad battle for me, but a good battle for Matthew. And that's just pretty much the point. It's not all about wins. Sometimes you get outplayed. He didn't even need his Blaziken or his Tyrantrum, so I mean, yeah, that just shows how bad it was for me. But I've gotten better, as you guys can tell. And yeah, I'd just like to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys for more shortly enough. Catch you guys then.